Hey, you little bitch. I'm talking to you directly. I'm coming on tour, and I don't always do it, so you got to come see me, and here we go. April 15th and 16th, I will be in Louisville and Evansville. April 23rd and 24th, I will be in Tulsa and Oklahoma City. Beacon Theater, New York City, first time, May 14th. There's going to be some surprise guests there, and that's all I could say, but you do not want to miss that. And then I'm going out west. Cali, I'm finally coming to you. I'm going to be in San Diego on May 21st, and at the Wiltern Theater in Los Angeles for the first time ever on May 22nd. Everything is available right now at salvolcanocomedy.com, you little bitch.
This Friday, March 25th, the Wynn Las Vegas, baby. We're going to be there. TT Jerry's coming on stage. April 8th, the Egyptian Room at the Old National Center in Indianapolis, Indiana. April 9th, Denver, Colorado. April 16th, Wall Street Theater, Norwalk, Connecticut. April 29th, Wind Creek Event Center in Pennsylvania. ChristyComedy.com for all the Tiki Wikis. Thank you, guys. We'll see you at the show.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't hesitate to say, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe.
There goes my hey babe. Watch him as he goes down, 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 down. There goes my hey babe. It's ordinary. Hey babe.
You guys never considered losing that.
No.
It seems like you put a lot of pressure on yourselves every time.
Normally we have it, like, they just used to come, you know, but I wasn't thinking of it today. So
I got you.
Yeah. We had a little bit of a scramble to find the song before this started. A little bit of showing them behind the curtain.
Yeah, the sausage getting made.
Yeah. Gremlins 3 is inevitable if HBO Max series. This is basically a part 2. I didn't even change my shirt.
Oh, do you normally do that?
I don't normally change because I just don't want them to look at the thumbnail and think they saw it already.
Right.
Yeah, so I'll change. This is a nice little technique we'll do for you folks.
Taking my hat off for this one.
I will
There you
change
go.
to like a
Hair looks good to me. What do you think, Sal?
yeah, that's good. What's that, babe?
His hair, I think it looks good.
Oh, looks
huh?
great. Fantastic.
Different.
And you have
Fantastic.
an update on your poll, right?
I do. I have. So last episode we polled people to see how many people are shoes off household or keep the shoes on household, and the results are in. What do you guys think?
I think off. Upon thinking about it, like I do take my shoes off the second I get in the house, but it's for comfort. I just don't ask guests to take it off, I guess.
Oh, I guess I should have asked that. Do you have guests remove? I just put, is your home a shoes off situation or nowhere to keep shoes on?
I bet you shoes off one.
9,000 votes.
Oh.
Pretty closer than I thought. 57% shoes off.
Yeah.
But that's 43% shoes on. So it's like pretty much 50-50 nearly.
Yeah.
I think it depends on where you live, city or not city.
True.
Okay. So if I lived in like a rural area.
Dragging that cow shit through your house.
I just don't see how anyone does shoes on, because then you're walking. You constantly got to clean the floors constantly.
Yeah, but don't you clean the floors anyway?
Yeah, but like when I'm just walking around with cotton socks.
No, I don't worry about that. But I have robots. I have the Roombas.
I
I love those things.
And they work.
Oh God!
I got my mom a Roomba. She vacuums, and then I go, "What are you vacuuming for? You have the Roomba," and she goes, "I do it as a base."
She doesn't need to.
So that the Roomba doesn't. So like I help the Roomba.
Just run the Roomba
I'm like, what's
twice.
you're not. So now before you had the Roomba, you vacuumed, and now you have the Roomba and you're vacuuming. So what are you doing?
Yeah. I think that's like an older person adjusting to.
From what I use, right?
Yeah.
Is the Dyson Animal or whatever?
Oh, it's the V10.
Well, it's a little older. Maybe it's a V8. I don't know.
Okay.
But like that seems like it's doing way more damage than the Roomba. The Roomba feels like it's like this little thing that's not powerful.
Yeah, it's not a deep clean type thing, but it is. You'll be surprised, dude. Like the cat hair is fucking gone.
And this is happening while you're home.
While I'm home, I just set it to a timer, or if I just want it, or I just hit a button on my phone.
Does it make noise?
Yeah, but it's not.
So you're home and you're hearing it. You pick it up and go from room to room?
I have done that, but at this point I have three Roombas. So
Did you hit them all at the same time?
I haven't done that. I could try
It's
that.
like the Jetsons in your house.
I put googly eyes on them all.
Did you really?
And I named them. Yeah.
Oh, that
And I
makes it
have
a
them.
lot
so
of
like
fun.
I'll walk in the kitchen and I'll be like, "Morning, Ted." Ted's the kitchen one.
No.
Yeah, and then I just hit the button and Ted cleans, and I'm like, all right, I go get him, Ted.
Oh, the googly eyes is hysterical.
Yeah, all of them have
You ever
googly
race
eyes.
them?
No, because they really go in weird direct. Like they don't just come out. If Roomba's out there, and I know you're listening.
If you're listening, Roomba, we know that you are.
Yeah, like it's I don't understand the pattern. It doesn't just go. It's like all over the fucking map. But they claim it's better for it.
Really?
Yeah.
It just feels like it's like I don't know what to clean first.
I think it's like because it knocks dirt. Like it has a spinning brush and it knocks dirt out to like loosen it. And I think it's all to just get that loose dirt.
So okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And
Ted.
but how much could it hold? Like my canister on the Dyson is like a huge like
self emptying, baby. It's got a base with a vacuum bag in it, and it crawls up on the base, and then you hear and it sucks all the dirt out of the room, and then like once a month you just get rid of that bag.
Oh, so what happens if the Roomba itself gets full? It'll go empty it and then start again.
Yeah, but that doesn't really happen. But yeah, that's what it would do.
But it's not for carpets.
No, the carpets.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have a Roomba dedicated to your kitchen? The kitchen's not that.
Well, when you have cats, that cat hair, especially in the kitchen,
Oh,
you don't want any
cats,
buildup
yeah.
in there. So Ted runs about three times a day in the kitchen.
Oh, and you set that, or you have to hit it every time?
Yeah, it's an app.
Oh, it's an app.
But you could also program it so it just.
Yeah, you could time it. You could just hit.
Let me
hit a
ask you
button
this:
on
does it
Ted.
learn the dimensions of the room?
Yes, it does.
So then, and it still goes in any which way, even though it knows where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, it knows. It's like I'm saying. It's when it goes to human eyes, it looks like it's going to every which way, but to
It's
a
a
robot,
method.
it's yeah.
If you picked up Ted and you dropped him in the den, would Ted be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
He'll map that shit in one run.
Oh, he won't think he's in the kitchen and then like slam into the desk and be like, my fucking.
No, he
Wheel.
does. He does a lot of banging. See, so it's like, the iRobot app, and that's Ted. See, and I could hit that here, and he'll just start cleaning.
No, he'll start cleaning now.
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Get going, Ted. So you could even empty bin if you're worried that he's got too much in the bin.
And is it ever like, not now, Ted?
Not really. not really.
Ted, I'm on the phone.
No, I have gotten out of like because what he'll do is he'll just go about his business, and I'll feel guilty because if he knocks into you, he spins and goes in another direction.
Okay.
So I'll worry that I'm interrupting Ted's work. So
Oh,
I'll
he
get
like-
out. So
he
I'll get out of
runs
the.
to you like you're like he's like, sorry, my lord. Sorry. and he just runs
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
way.
and it's just great, and it was like it's perfect. It gets rid of that like because I have a cleaning lady, and I'm always like so nervous when she shows up because I'm like I just want to be nice to her, and these people become like part of the family after a
Right,
while. Like
right.
I see her once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
And now, how does she look at the robot?
I don't think she's even like cared about that robot because she gets paid no matter what. It probably loves it. I don't think she thinks she's getting replaced by the robot.
I don't know. I think we're a few years away from them walking. Have you seen the FDNY bought robots now?
Oh, the robots.
Those are freaky.
That's a great idea.
They remind me. Is it like in my head, if I'm remembering right, because it's been a long time since I read it, but Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Ray Bradbury's book.
Is it 455?
450?
451?
Good luck spelling Fahrenheit,
yeah,
pimp.
yeah.
451, right?
51.
Yeah. All right. Fahrenheit 451.
451. Yeah. Didn't they have like motorized dogs, like robot dogs in it that attacked?
I
Or that?
don't remember.
I thought they did.
I never held this book up to the same like level of worship that most people seem to. I tried to read it and I was like, it's just kind of boring.
Yeah. I remember liking it.
I thought it was kind of dull.
But you've read a million books and I've read maybe 30.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's
But-
crazy that people are protesting the dogs going into fires instead of people.
Wait, people don't like that idea?
There's like a whole community of people saying that it's not right and that the dogs are actually being used to mine our data from our homes when it's on fire.
Hey, asshole.
The
Like, the
dog?
reason-
You mean the robot?
The robot has sensors and stuff, and they're
The
saying
fuck do you think's gonna be left to your house if there's a fire that they're sending in a dog in? Like, that's crazy.
Those things, okay, I'll tell you right now, these creep me out.
That creeps you out?
Yeah, that creeps me out.
Well, you know what that is.
Yeah, but it's something about it is creepy to me. Like
get
it's
it.
not. It's something about it is unsettling to me.
I understand what you mean, but I could see how it would be helpful in a fire.
Do the dogs? Yeah, I guess both the dogs' legs bend that way, right? In real life,
Yeah, they crook back.
You never notice it as much.
Yeah, it just seems weird.
It does. I see what you mean, but I love it. I think
Like
it's
because
great.
it almost seems like it already has a mind of its own, so it seems imposing.
But I would have this thing clean my house.
Yeah?
Would you have like a full real robot?
Dude, the second that I can get one of those, I'll get one of those. My problem is this, is it's not going to be 3PO and R2D. Like, this is what we've learned. Like, those people complaining about the dog are actually right in a lot of ways, because it's like...
Yeah, here's the guy complaining.
Like, if it's going to be R2D2, it's not going to be R2. It's not going to be your robot pal. It's going to be connected to Amazon, and it's going to... Like, you're not going to trust it. That's why I don't have, like, an Alexa in my house and shit like that. I just don't trust it. So,
Yeah.
the dream's dead. It'll be all apps and shit
Imagine
like
you
that.
find out the Roombas are just mic'd up.
I did some research on that. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, I need a clean kitchen.
So I got something on the Roomba, but so you're saying a place could be ablaze,
Yeah,
and the robot dog could just run in,
yeah, they'll probably set it into like high danger.
and what does
Well,
it
it
do?
can sweep the area and say the structure's about to fall. This is how hot it
It's
is.
just eyes on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great idea. You can
like-
find people, bodies. Like, imagine you sent in that
Automated?
dog.
Oh, well, I
Is
think it
someone
could go
controlling it from remote?
2 different modes, I
I
think.
don't know.
I would assume.
So you can, but that thing's not going to save anybody.
No.
But yeah, of course,
Well,
I mean, it's not going to pull anybody out.
right.
But it'll locate. I mean, it's so hard to see in a
I
fire.
wonder if it can go in and like just like set off like almost like
a
a
water bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You can put foam on it for sure.
What?
You could put like fire suppressing
like
foam
a
on it.
foam
Sure.
grenade. Yeah.
I
maybe.
wonder if it's doing it. NYPD robot dog hits streets. What's that going to do?
That's just going to get hit by a car, stolen. I don't think that's
well,
a good
that's their
idea.
issue. The people who are saying the FDNY shouldn't hire them is because then the NYPD will, and they'll send it out to just collect your face on the street. I don't know.
Your face is already collected.
Well, could you imagine if those things are not tended to, like they're free roaming at one point? Like, you know, 'cause you're not going to be walking next to a cop the whole point.
Right.
At one point where those are like automated and they roam the streets, and it's like
Or when they stand up
robots
straight.
guarding the like what?
When they stand up straight, this is the first model.
Yo, did you see it stand up straight?
No,
yet?
it stands up like a human?
I seen one of those stand up straight before, and it was also very unsettling.
I'm surprised police went for something ground level like that. You think a drone would be good for them? This I've seen, the bigger model I've seen. Like
Oh,
the
then maybe
human
that's what I was
one.
talking about. Yeah. Oh, that
This
I
thing,
have.
like,
Yeah,
flips and
that's
shit.
scary, dude.
It's such a full transformer,
That's pretty nuts.
and it can carry like hundreds of pounds.
I think it's great.
Yo, that is. Is that real?
Yeah.
The fluidity of the movements
It's
is.
unbelievable. It moves better than I do.
I mean,
It does.
how do you even, dude? That is very scary.
But what scares you about that? I don't look at that and think of that as scary. I'm like, wow, when can they put a vagina and tits
I don't
on
know.
it? I'm like, what's going on?
I'm just wondering. Like, in my head, I'm going to like the most sci-fi place. Like, if that becomes sentient.
Oh yeah. Well, by the time that happens, we'll be so old.
I'd be so hyped to see that thing clean my house.
Yeah.
God.
That'd be great for security.
You could just have it wandering the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah, like just patrolling your grounds.
They have.
or like if someone breaks in,
They have.
like they just
those
run
now.
to the door and just dominate them.
That's so scary to see.
That
the
would
world.
That is weird. Seeing it in nature, walking in the woods in the snow. Oh man, but that I mean, I'm sure the price point's not going to be consumer level, but like, imagine one day where it's just like, oh, we just have we have a security robot.
That's going to happen without a doubt in our lifetime. My thing is like this. It's just like these
Crime
robots.
is done.
Yeah, I mean, these robots, to some degree, will have to be self-automated and, if not intelligent, at least artificial intelligence type thing, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
one day, this robot. Let's say you bought this robot for your family, right? And it lived with you. The day's going to come where it's going to become obsolete. So there's going to be junkyards full of these old robots that serve no purpose anymore. And like, are they going to be able to think? Are they going to be aware of their situation?
There's got to be a power down scenario.
But
no?
is that fucking cool? I mean, you have Rosie
That's
the fucking
wild.
maid for 10 years, and you're like, well, all right, well, there's a new model. We're going to shut her down and just fucking ship her out.
Wow, that is.
Like, that's what I worry about, because I worry about that with Ted. I'm like, and that's not even, that's not, doesn't have any intelligence. but I've bonded with it because I put the fucking googly eyes on it and I named it. And like one day Ted's gonna go, and I'm sure I'll just toss him out. But this sort of thing, living in your house, being part of your family, and then you're just like, oh, there's a new model. Let's get rid of it.
Did you watch this? What he just did? He just knocked it out of his hand and pushed him.
Oh,
No,
fuck.
he shoved him back, and the robot went like flying back, and then came forward again.
This one? Oh, no.
Oh, and you're fearing the day the robot's not going to take that
The
shit.
data robot's like, yo, what was that about?
Yeah.
That'd be great. I hope they play jazz when they all get obsolete.
Oh, it's going to be weird, man. Think about that.
That's
Like,
gonna be
there's going to be
awesome.
a whole second market for robots. And, like, if a robot, God forbid we come to the era where robots actually have some sort of self-intelligence and feelings and shit, but they're still they're considered objects, that is going to be a nightmare for these robots. I feel really bad about it.
Yeah, and I bet you they'll. Oh my God, yeah. We'll see how it plays out, but they might make the robots live in certain areas.
Look at that. I don't even like that he did that to the robot.
Yeah, like suddenly you're
He
on the
shoved
robot
down
side.
from behind. Like, okay, it's just weird because it looks like us. But like, you're saying that at one point when they achieve certain amount of whatever, but then they're looked at as just robots, they're gonna have an issue with that.
If you cover that in skin, like good skin.
Did you see
Yeah.
Ex Machina?
Yeah, that.
That was crazy.
Give me that robot.
Yeah, I know. but also don't.
Yeah, but all right. Yeah, I also don't want to be locked in a room to start.
Yeah,
to
I love that. I saw that movie 2 times in the theater.
But think about where you remember that Galaxy Note that you had forever.
Yeah.
Where's that thing today? Now imagine it had developed
It's
feelings.
in a bag in the closet. over there.
Right, like you're gonna have a closet with 3 robots
Right.
that are 20 years old in there,
Yeah.
and you're gonna open the door and they're gonna be like, "Sal, hello, Sal, do
Yeah.
you need a burrito?" And you're gonna be like, "Sorry," and close the door. It's like it's not gonna be great.
We did a sketch one time where we, based on your Roomba, wasn't it your Roomba?
Yeah, it was. But that was. I still have that Roomba.
You did,
Yeah, that was the original
where,
Ted.
Where Brian's, I guess,
Grandmother. Yeah.
grandmother was, in the sketch, was in a urn.
It was her
and
ashes.
Her ashes were in an urn, and it fell and shattered, and then the Roomba, activated and sucked it up, and then the Roomba took the soul of his grandmother.
Grandmother.
And then, like, from that point forward, his grandmother was in the Roomba. So whenever we'd go over, it would always come over like, Brian, your friends are over. Don't leave them out. And then we started, we could talk to her and stuff like that. I forget, like,
I didn't like her. I was like, oh, my grandmother was a bitch, and like she was just
Yeah.
like nagging me the whole time.
yeah. Like, you were happy that you didn't have your grandmother more, and now she came
Yeah.
to life, and she was such a nag.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I think robots they pose an interesting problem.
Wow, 100 pounds. Guys, it's hard to believe, but spring is almost here, and we're almost back to getting that soft grass under our feet. But you need your lawn back. If you know, I live in an apartment, but you need the lawn back if you live in a house. Thankfully, Sunday gets your lawn growing and helps to keep it healthy all season long. You worried about the chemicals you're using in your yard? You worried about your yard looking its best? Traditional lawn care lays down 90 million pounds of pesticides each year. That's a lot of pounds. That's like 90 million. Sunday is different. They're on a mission to change how people care for their yards. Okay, most of us might not think about our lawns in the winter, but it's the time to prep. Right now is the time to prep. Okay, Sunday takes all the work out for you. They can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or the nasty chemicals. They have custom plans, include fertilizer and everything you need to easily care for your lawn with ingredients like seaweed, iron, and molasses. You can feel good with the kids and the pets being around. All you have to do is visit getsunday.com, put in your address, and their lawn analysis tool does the rest. Then use they'll use the soil and climate data. This is high tech stuff to create a personal nutrient plan delivered to your door when you need it. And then what you do is you attach this pouch to your garden hose or your sprayer, and you just go right through that, and it takes like less than 15 minutes. It really does work. Sunday's offering our listeners 20% off. Full season plans start at just $129, and you can get 20% off at checkout when you visit getsunday.com/heybabe20. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/heybabe20. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Guys, let's talk BetterHelp. Relationship takes work. Relationships take work. We always work on our relationships with other people, but we don't often turn inward, not as much as we should be. We're willing to drop anything for people we care about, but we don't care about ourselves. Self-help is the new black, not orange. All right, I go to therapy. Everyone I know does actually, and it makes a world of difference. This month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to take care of your most important relationship, yourself. Whether it's hitting the gym, making time for your haircut, or even trying therapy, you are your greatest asset. So invest the time and effort into yourself like you do for other people. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. You can start speaking to them in under 48 hours. They're licensed. It's more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist, like I said, in under 48 hours. Give it a try. See why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp Online Therapy. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and hey, babe, listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/heybabe. That's BetterHelp.com/heybabe.
Also saw another like futuristic problem, which is that people are now cloning their former pets,
That's not a problem. That's something I'm thinking about.
but they're
Yeah.
actually mad at the pet for being different.
Well, that's just stupidity. I mean, that's just stupidity.
So then what are they aiming for with the clone if the pet is completely different?
Well,
Looks the same, I guess.
it looks the same. I don't know. It
It
doesn't
looks-
make a lot of sense,
But
but
it looks the same?
oh, it's exactly the same. It's
But
a
I
clone.
know that you know your cat, and if you had
Yeah.
another black cat next to your black cat, let's say at the height of its life, so it's less discernible physically what it looked like. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
when it was 5 years old, whatever, 10 years old. Like if you put a black cat next to that cat or 10 black cats, like is there a chance you might not sight know which black cat was your black cat?
For sure. I think
So then why would someone pay $25,000 to just have another,
Well, I think it's
cat?
like a grieving thing. It's like
but then it's not like the cat.
well,
Is there some solace to knowing
I think
that's
so.
the genes
Well,
of the other cat lives
Every
on?
time I think about cloning Benjamin, I think about it a lot as he gets older. I'm like, because I got him when he was 8, and I was like, I never got to see what he looked like as a kitten. So I'm always like, oh, that'd be fun. But at the end of the day, like, it's an emotional thing. There's no logic to it at all.
Understood.
Yeah,
So
because that's like 50 first dates. Like you're with someone who doesn't know.
Yeah,
The cat wouldn't know you have history.
no, doesn't. But
That's
you
a
know,
little weird.
I agree. It's a
Yeah.
hard overhead thing for sure. But I kind of want to do it. But it is a totally new cat.
So how do they do it?
They take the way they clone the sheep, the same thing. They take the DNA, they put it into a cat's egg, and then put it into a mother cat, and then it's just born. It's the same process.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you're still getting different DNA from the mother.
No. It's not. It's like how you could pay someone to carry a child.
Oh, surrogate like that.
Sorry, it's the
Okay.
same thing. It's all the DNA comes from the egg. That's already
Yeah, but
implanted.
the mother's donating the egg in a surrogate, isn't she?
It
Uh,
doesn't
Yeah, they're-
matter. It doesn't matter. It's like all the DNA is put into it.
Okay.
So the half that would come from the mother and the father is replaced.
And this is on a consumer level. Like you can go to like something local and get this done.
This is saying 25. The last I heard it was 30. So maybe it's a little cheaper now.
Now, what's more weird to you, doing this or getting a cat like taxidermied?
I wouldn't do the taxidermy. That's ghoulish to me.
I never thought of taxidermy for like a pet.
Yeah, I've thought about it. And there's this company. I spend too much time on Benjamin. There's this company that will mummify them like the Egyptians used to do, and you send them the cat's corpse and they mummify it.
What do you mean?
They will like.
wrap it?
Yeah, they'll wrap it. They'll do the whole thing. They'll preserve it. They'll wrap it like the mummy cats used to
So
be.
you don't look at it taxidermied.
But then they put it inside of a statue of your cat. So it's like a statue of your cat with the mummy insides of your cat.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me either. But yeah, that's people are doing all sorts.
What
of
else do you have planned for Benjamin?
Really, I just circle around the clone thing more and more because I would love to like just have that.
I think it'd be fun to do, especially if you have the money. I'd do it because it's funny.
It's funny, and it's just like we live in an era where I could do it. Why wouldn't I do it? And
Polls going out. What's your take on taxidermy in general? No problem with it or no way?
we had a person. I don't want to say whether it was male or female, because I don't want this person to be publicly shamed. We had a person that worked on our show
Yeah.
who did taxidermy.
Yeah.
And this person would give out like baby ducks and top hats.
Yeah.
And waistcoats and shit to people.
What?
And it was a person that worked on the crew on our show.
Pretty cool.
I don't know, man.
But
I
it
was
is.
like,
It's definitely eccentric.
But when you meet the person, you're like, so you spend your time.
This was
like,
This
is like season 1,
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
Well, you're like, you cut open, like you're cool hanging out with, like just slicing open a dead baby duck and like stuffing it. I don't know.
She used to taxidermy them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I don't know what kind of skill set that is, but like I had a guy I went to college with, and his family was hunters, and he had a big house somewhere here or whatever the hell it was. We went to his house for a party one time. We went in the basement, huge basement. When I tell you right now, the basement had, I'm telling you, it had no less than 50 taxidermy things in it, but massive. He had big game cats taxidermied in his house. Wow. He had a huge leopard on top of a deer that it demolished. Like, so the deer was on the floor like that, but dead, but taxidermied. And the tiger was like on top of the deer. He had a grizzly. He had a goddamn bear.
Is this someone you know?
Yeah. Oh, I knew.
That's weird.
I think a bear is illegal, I feel like, but there was a fucking bear.
Oh my God.
I mean, you could probably, I don't know if it's illegal. You could go bear hunting. So why
You
couldn't
could?
you?
Oh, well, there was a goddamn bear standing up
Yeah.
in his, like, it was like, not like when you see, like, oh, there's a deer on the wall.
Yeah.
Or like,
That's the only one I could really accept is the deer on the wall.
Yeah.
But I don't really.
It's really weird.
In theory, I like kind of think it's kind of cool, like the deer on the wall. But then, I don't know. I don't know if I could like. I don't know. I don't know. Like you just. First of all, you can't just throw it up anywhere. Like it wouldn't match in my living room right now.
I mean, it might.
You know, but like you gotta like have the kind of the aesthetic for it. I think.
Yeah.
But like I don't know how I would feel. Like when I go into a store, like there's a taxidermy store on Spring Street, I think. It's like pretty well known, and I walk by and I always look in and I'm like, they look so cool, like in the company of others,
Yeah.
or in like a study or a library or in the company of other taxis. I'm always like, wow, look at all this stuff. But I don't know how I'd feel if one was on my wall in the home.
I would buy one used, maybe like to put on the wall.
No,
I wouldn't
because
want
then
to
you're
kill.
not-
Yeah, you don't feel it. But there's this thing in Ireland. I couldn't get you guys to go with me. We were in there for tour one time, and there's this thing called the Dead Zoo, and I remember having a conversation with you. And we're about to have it again, and I was like, you got to go see the Dead Zoo in Dublin, and I couldn't get any of you guys to go with me. And
Oh my God, this is wild.
it is just a warehouse of taxidermy animals, but they have like extinct animals. Like I saw a dodo, and they're all over 100 years old.
Again, they're bringing the dodo back now. Scientists found DNA frozen that thawed, I guess, in the icebergs,
Really,
and they're now bringing it back.
I'm all for it. Bring it back.
No
And
way.
now I'm like, are we gonna have a new lunch meat?
Oh, bring it back. they keep promising they're going to do it with the woolly mammoth. And I'm like, bring it the fuck back. Bring it back.
What is that going to do to the ecosystem?
Yeah, I don't know.
But we're the responsible for them being, like, we're the ones that fuck. Like, any
Yeah, but a
animals
woolly
that we
mammoth's gonna
kill-
come back right now in this world.
Well, you just put them back where they were. I mean, they got
How long's the woolly mammoth been gone? Dodo bird, is it just gonna start flying around with the other birds? Where's its natural habitat?
Do they
Yeah, they're
fly?
on like these islands, right? Dodo
Yeah, like
birds?
you can't just like, don't you have to inject them back to where they can survive as
Yeah,
well?
I
Like
think
there's not just gonna be
so.
a dodo bird. It's not gonna like just fly into my window.
No, they would have to go back to where they
4,000 years ago, they disappeared.
Right. But humans were responsible for that, right?
It says scientists have finally proved why. Maybe it's in the.
As I understand, they were
How
hunted.
did not humans did not cause woolly mammoths to go
What?
extinct?
Oh, maybe we should
click on
bring it
that.
back
Click
then.
on that.
Where am
What
I
year?
going?
Right, the one right there. Woolly mammoths did not cause. Can you make that a little bigger?
Yeah.
Humans did not cause woolly mammoths to go extinct. Climate change did. For 5 million years, woolly mammoths roamed the earth until they vanished for good nearly 4,000 years ago. Scientists have proved why. The hairy cousins of today's elephants lived alongside early humans and were a regular staple of their diet. Their skeletons were used to build shelters. Harpoons were carved from their giant tusks. Artwork featuring them is daubed on cave walls. And 30,000 years ago, the oldest known musical instrument, a flute, was made out of a mammoth bone.
How cool is that?
I mean, there's some information for you.
Yeah.
The oldest known musical instrument is a flute made of woolly mammoth bone.
Well,
Imagine roaming around for 5 million years, and then 4,000 years ago, you're like, oh, it's over.
it's over. Wrap
Yeah,
it up.
it's
You
gonna
guys are
happen. When's
done.
that happening to us?
Oh, fucking who
There'll be a
knows?
time where they're like, oh, these were humans. They roamed.
But who's saying it?
Robes.
Oh, fucking
Ales?
robots.
Aliens.
That would be. I'd be totally.
That's
down.
the dodo bird. I can see why it's called that.
They're
What
so
a
delicious.
dumb-looking fucking bird.
That's why they went extinct, right? They were so delicious.
No,
Like, people just fucking ate them to
No.
death. Yeah.
people would have like dodo bird sandwich.
Yeah, like dodo bird eggs, all
No
that
way.
shit.
Oh, it looks so dumb. Is that why it's called dodo though?
I don't know.
Because
Because
over
people call it like
yeah.
over harvesting. This is what we're doing to the ocean right now. Seaspiracy. Dodo, I thought was synonymous with like dopey.
Maybe. I mean, I agree with you. That's
Because
what
I remember
was
when
thought.
I was little, my mom used to like call people dodo birds. We'd be driving, someone
Look at this dodo.
cut into her, and she goes, "Look at this dodo bird." See, nowadays it means stupid or slow, but how did this extinct animal get its strange name? It may go back to early 17th century, developed from the Portuguese word "daudo" or simpleton, probably because the bird had no fear of a man and was easily killed.
Oh my
That
god.
was it. They would just walk up to him.
Oh, so like they didn't have any like
Any fear?
Yeah.
mechanism in them to like you just walk up to it, snap its neck,
And
and
you
the
got
one
a-
right
you
next
got
to
a
it's still
sandwich.
staring at you. Wow. It also doesn't look appealing at all.
But it's cool. They're kind of small. Like, that's what I'm saying. You go to this place in Dublin, they have actual ones laid out for you, and you're like, holy shit, that's what a dodo looked like. I don't know. Bring it
Wow.
back. Bring it all back.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would get. I would wonder if they could make your pet, like your dog, look happy and healthy in a taxidermied state.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm too close to Benjamin to want him stuffed, to see his without his life force and his animus taken from him. I don't think I want to see that.
but he's there. He's there always. Still, his body is there.
Yeah, but it's cold. It's not purring. It's
Yeah, I get that,
I don't know. I kind of love him the way he is alive, I guess. I was thinking about something the other day. I was thinking about comedy, and I didn't know that I was doing this until last night, so I didn't mean to bring it up. But I did want to ask you about it in general, just to swerve in a direction.
Yeah.
But the fart, right? Funny.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, the fart's always been funny, which means, like, for sure, King Arthur. Like, I was just thinking, like, the
How
one
far back?
thing, but it's got to be to the beginning. It's like
To the first fart.
the first fart.
There was a
until
first
now.
fart. Think about that.
Right. And animal farts and everything. And it's just like, I took some solace the other night. I was high for this. I took some solace the other night because I was like, wow, like the one thing that connected me to Genghis Khan, that connects me to every human that has ever lived of note, is without a doubt they farted in front of their friends and they all laughed about it.
You think Genghis Khan farted in front of his friends and they
I
laughed?
think he did it in front of fucking everybody.
He did it right before he killed somebody.
Before he fucked people, before he did anything, like name a historical figure, and it's just like there's no way they didn't like find fart jokes funny.
Jesus.
Jesus, 100%. He hung around with 12 dudes all day.
Right,
They were
right.
fucking ripping farts left and
Yeah,
right. It's
yeah.
universal.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
connects us all.
Yeah, right.
Think
right.
about that. What else does that?
Well, I guess all human function.
No, but I mean humor. I mean
Humor,
in
yeah.
in humor.
Yeah, that is kind of wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, also, like, when was the first time it was laughed at?
Immediate. Had to be.
Why?
Because it's funny. Yeah, no
Yeah, but you
matter
have
what.
to have, like, a little bit more of your shit together up here to understand.
Oh, you don't think
that's-
a caveman was like, "Pfft," and the other was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa."
I don't know.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah?
Do you think there's people who can't fart?
Let's find out.
I hope not. It seems it can't.
Let's see.
be.
How many times do people fart in a day?
I think like 11 to 12 times a day. I
Is
heard.
the average that a person does that?
How many
That
times?
seems like a lot. No? once an
5
hour?
to 15 times a day.
Wow. Doctors say the average person,
Oh.
5 to 15. Normal part of digestion, reflects activity of bacteria in the gut. You might also
Like,
notice
you're kidding yourself if Hitler didn't do fart jokes.
Oh.
Like everybody's done it.
Right.
It's the crazy. It's the craziest shit. It connects us all in a way, comedically, that like is pretty nuts. I think.
No, that's like
I couldn't get my head
mind-blowing.
around it.
Yeah. That was such a high thought. That's so funny.
Yeah, but like it stuck with me as I came down. Like King Arthur farted and laughed. I mean, it's fucking nuts.
Dude, I would buy this if it was a book.
It's
just
pretty
every page
crazy.
is somebody else who
But
farted.
you already own it.
Damn it.
It's been inside of you all along. This joke. You know what I mean?
That's wild. So it's not. It's impossible not to fart. Then.
No, it's not. It says it's not. Everyone farts. It says.
Everyone farts. Porn stars fart.
Porn stars.
Definitely.
Porn stars fart.
Of course.
Astronauts have farted on the moon.
Oh wow.
That's a good one.
Like, you're telling me those astronauts in that fucking tiny capsule, someone didn't rip one and they all fucking joked about it? Like, oh, God, Buzz, what the fuck did you eat?
This account says 10 to 20 times a day. Oh God, Buzz.
Buzz definitely farted up there.
It's just so funny.
What are the surprising facts you would never know?
Here's one.
99% of the gas you produce does not smell.
No, that's very nice.
Wow.
Whoa.
Farting is the result of a healthy, complex ecosystem in your intestines. Well, I kind of get that. There's a simple reason why you don't mind the smell of your home. What is the simple reason? Also, everyone doesn't mind? That's what it means? That's like a thing, a biological thing?
I don't know.
I mean, have you ever been grossed out by your own?
Sure.
Grossed out?
Yeah, it's just like anything else.
You haven't been like, ooh, that's a winner. Like,
Well, I mean, depending on how you're feeling that day, but I'm sure it's like, Jesus Christ. Too, no? Can't it just be like that too?
What was the most embarrassing fart of your life?
Oh my God. I don't know.
ooh. Oh, man.
I wish I would be able to call that up immediately.
I don't know.
Feels like you should know, right? Pimp, what would you do if you had no debt? You have debt?
Yeah, some debt.
What would you do if you had none? Wouldn't it be the best feeling in the world?
Yeah,
You got any high interest loans, Pimpy?
working on it.
No, you're working on bringing them down or getting them.
We'll see.
Well, let's talk Upstart, babes.
let's
With Upstart, you can pay off your existing debt quickly and easily and start living your life. If you're carrying a credit card balance month after month, it can feel like you're in a never-ending cycle of debt. We've all been there with no end in sight. Upstart can help you make that final payment so you can get ahead. Look, you dread looking at your statements. You're not alone. The weight of the debt can be crippling. We all know it. Upstart is your path to financial freedom. It's a fast and easy way to pay off your debt with personal loan, and it's all online, okay? Pay off credit cards, consolidate high-interest debt, fund personal expenses, okay? Over a million people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. Rather than looking at a credit score alone, Upstart considers other factors like your income, your current employment, and credit history to find you a smarter rate for your loan. You can check your rate without impacting your credit score in minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. What's $1,000? A band?
I think it's
It's called a band, right?
One band.
So from 1 to 50 bands, players. You can even receive funds as fast as one business day after accepting the loan. So find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/heybabe. That's upstart.com/heybabe. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. That's upstart.com/heybabe. Coinbase, babes. Coinbase, if you're crypto curious, Coinbase is for you. Chrissy D uses Coinbase. I'm going to get into some crypto, and I'm a little curious myself. I really am. And if you've ever thought about entering the world, or if you know what you're doing, but if you feel a little overwhelmed, Coinbase makes learning to buy and sell simple. Like I said, it might feel like some crazy thing that other people are doing, but Coinbase's theory is that everyone everywhere should be able to get in the door here, whether you've been trading for years or you're just starting. Coinbase offers a trusted and easy-to-use platform to buy, sell, and spend your cryptocurrency. They support the most popular digital currencies on the market, and they make them all accessible to everyone. They offer portfolio management and protection, learning resources, and a mobile app, actually, so you can trade securely and monitor all your crypto all the time, all in one place. Millions of people in over 100 countries trust Coinbase with their digital assets. So, for a limited time, new users can get $10 in free Bitcoin when you sign up today at coinbase.com/heybabe. So sign up at coinbase.com/heybabe for $10 in free Bitcoin. The offer is for a limited time only, so be sure to sign up today. That's coinbase.com/heybabe.
I farted on set once, and you looked at me like, you're getting old. Do you remember this?
No.
We were laughing. We were like behind the camera, and it was like fucking like one of the script girls were like right there too, and I was laughing, and it was like we looked at each other and just started laughing. You're like, you're getting old, and then there was like she was like 22. I don't even remember who she was. She was like 22, and I was like, I am getting old. I'm just farting.
Wait, wasn't there who shit their pants on stage one time? Is it Murray? And it was like we were on stage and we're like, oh my God.
He does it
I think
all the time.
He does, right? And then we'll be on
disgusting.
stage and I'll be like, oh God, and you don't want to call attention to it. And then, but then one time
go
we
to the
did,
side of
right?
the stage.
Yeah, we go to the sides, but didn't
Oh
one
yeah, we
time
called
say
it
it
on the stage. Yeah, we're like, we stopped the show. We were like, I'm sorry, this is too much. This is too much. We can't do it anymore.
My buddy Greg, one time we were flying home. I think it was from like, I want to say, it was either Greece or like Mexico or something, and he farted. It basically sounded like he shit his pants. It was so bad, and it stayed so long. It was so. When I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be able to do it justice. What this smelled like and how long it stayed, but this is the result of it. The flight attendants decided not to come back to where we were anymore, and it was after they served food, and they did not come collect our trays for food. Can you believe that? They didn't come collect the trays. This is 20-something years
They
ago.
abandoned their duty.
They were 20-something years ago, but we landed with our trays.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Oh my God. That is terrible.
Yeah. We were like 10 of us, more maybe even. We were crying, and then he was like beat red, but like we said it was him, but like, oh my God, it was so bad though. Like it was inescapable, and it was everyone knew he did it. It was mortifying for him. Right?
I like when people fart on planes, I just say it. Because we'll never identify who it is, so I'll just be like, Jesus, stuff like that. Like, I'll do that.
Like just someone knows it's them, and
they know
hear
it's them, and they know I'm talking directly to them. It happened to me in COVID times. I flew somewhere with a mask, and it came through the mask, and I go, geez, that went through the mask, that one. And it could be the person in front of me behind it, but like, fuck them, man.
But have you ever used your fart as a weapon?
No.
I like to do it in the gym when it's all bodybuilders. Just crop dust the bodybuilder.
Are you serious?
It's so funny.
Oh, that's hysterical. I never thought that never crossed my mind.
No, I've never
Like
weaponized it.
a purposeful crop
A
dust?
spite fart.
Spite fart. I've never heard of that in my life.
I love it.
That's so funny. That's what you're thinking of. Wait, why do you need to spite them?
They're
what do they
annoying.
do?
They're screaming. They're throwing the 100-pound weights.
Oh, all right. So
So you just pass by and shit yourself?
yeah, wow. Man.
Actually, the gym's probably a hotbed because all those protein bars and stuff, shakes and
Oh
all
yeah.
that shit.
Well, plus you're constantly changing
The,
your body
all the
position, so it forces
chemicals and whatever those supplements and shit. I don't know. Could
It out.
be. I don't know.
We've never really tracked in fart humor, us as a group, really.
In the show, I mean, how much can you do? It's like,
Well, I think what I'm saying, although I'm not arguing that we start doing it, it's just like I think there's more to farts than we just dismissed it.
yeah, we kind of try to like lop off things that are just like not go to the well too much. We probably did it more in the past. And then we probably were like, oh, let's like, guys, it can't just be. No. Remember, we had a whole talk with everybody. I
Fart
did.
jokes.
I did because I was like, guys, it's way too much toilet humor in this screen.
Well, too much toilet humor isn't good. Yeah,
I was like,
agree
I
with
would go
you.
down and be like, look, like,
Yeah.
if it's sex or shit, or like, and I would go down and be like, guys, make this 10% of whatever you're sending me, tops, because like you don't realize it's easy to write one of those jokes, or it's easy to put it, and then all of a sudden everyone's thinking that way, and then they send us all this stuff, and I'm going through it, and like, it's half of it. I'm like, guys, this is crazy. So I think that's why maybe we don't see it.
Iced it, maybe. Yeah, but I don't think. At the same time, I don't think that was the wrong direction. to
Right.
give. So there's got to be a balance
Now,
somewhere.
just to go to farts again, 1 second. Has your father? My dad used to torture me with lighting his farts on fire.
Never seen it in my life.
Okay.
No, I know.
That was just a me thing then. Okay.
You seen it?
I would tell
He
him to
did it?
stop because he would make me anxious that I was going to shoot back up.
How the hell do you do that?
He would just lay on the floor and have a lighter.
No way.
And you would see it.
Yeah, and he would just like a little pot,
Yeah.
yeah. He loved doing it because he knew it made me anxious.
No shit. But your dad would just lay on the floor in the house whenever it called?
He'd be like, check this out, and I'd be like, no.
And you have a lighter on him? You have a lighter on
Smoking
him?
cigarettes. He was in between cigarettes.
Oh my God. No, I never seen.
No, all right, just me then.
No, is it? There's got to be. I bet you there's a video online of someone doing that and going up in flames.
Oh, there's got to be a fart fail.
Yeah. Oh man, we might have just opened up a whole new genre.
Oh.
I sit at home when I'm home at night. I watch all sorts of fail videos all the time. I love it, and I'll. There's like subsections of fails, like cringe
you
and
talked
fail.
about
and,
this.
Yeah, and there's all these. But sometimes they'll find a new one and. What is going on? You can see it? Is that real?
That's got to be fake.
That's got to be fake.
Yeah, that can't be real.
That looks like Axe body spray. Have you ever done that trick?
Yeah.
All the kids in high school put on their hair and then light their hair, and it only burns the tips of your hair off.
No, I've seen people's hair light up on fire. We in bartending school. Remember that girl's hair caught fire when we did the. She was like super cute, and like we did a bartending thing one night.
Oh yeah.
And she leaned too close to the candle. And
Oh
hair went out.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2 seconds, and then I think you and I were on it. We just started patting it and stuff like that.
It
Yeah.
smells so bad, the burning hair.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Wait, what happens with Axe body spray?
Like all the kids in high school, it was like 6 months where everyone did this in front of school, where they spray Axe all over their hair and then just light a lighter and it would all just catch and then go out.
I mean, that's fucking dangerous. Yeah. Like, what if it didn't?
It never didn't.
Why would it go out?
I guess
Fuel.
it would need more of the aerosol.
Yeah.
But
Burns
your
off the
hair
fuel.
would burn. Why doesn't your hair burn?
Yeah, but the temperature for hair to burn is way hotter than the temperature for Axe body spray to burn. So it just lights up the Axe body spray and singes the hair.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah, people used to use it as like a flamethrower too. Like people would like, yeah, Axe body spray is dangerous.
I've done it with old school hairspray, that blowtorch
Yeah, like that guy right
thing.
there?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, fire
exactly.
and Axe body spray.
Yeah, yeah.
That's dangerous, dude.
I don't know, man. It seems dangerous to me. Have you noticed with this is kind of related to this, but like with wrestling, how much blood there is in now in it?
Yeah.
Do you like that or not like it?
I like it in moderation. I don't
Yeah.
mind it, and I don't mind it if it's like not crazy. But when it's a red face,
That's all they're
it's,
doing
It's
now,
hard to
though.
watch.
Yeah, I guess I'm getting old because I'm starting to appreciate.
Well, Vince cut that out, but now he's been letting it sneak back in a little bit, I think. But AEW is all over that.
AEW, I think, and AEW is fucking great, but I think it takes that shit too far. I'm
Yeah.
like the blood. After a while, I'm like, I don't want to see it anymore.
Are
Yeah.
they really cutting themselves? Like what? How are
Yeah,
they
you
they
see
kinda
a dude
blade.
splurt like CM Punk had a cut
Sometimes
the
it's
other
like,
day.
yeah, he did. That was over
It was
the
like,
top.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
I guess they know what. I mean, by the time he was done, that he was just red.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like Carrie.
What a tough job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bumps they have to take, like they hurt. It's not like they don't hurt.
I wouldn't even want to do that.
No.
Oh yeah, nah.
She's actually another one. Britt Baker's another one that's getting bloody like every other.
Is she
fucking
really?
She just took a fucking thumbtack
Oh, yeah.
bump the other night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy fucking shit.
You wanted us to take thumbtack bumps on the show. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? I was like, no way.
Because, well, now do you feel any like.
Jericho was on the show. We had a whole bunch of things. We ended up doing nothing like that with him. But one of the things was like to be slammed on or take a bump
Thumbtack.
on thumbtacks.
Yeah.
They do it in wrestling, but it's like it's crazy. They get up and it's like 30 tacks stuck in them, and they all
it's
go in. I mean, it's like I don't wonder if they have to get like tetanus shots and stuff like that.
I don't know. I don't know how hard it could go, how high it goes. I mean, look at that.
So crazy.
Maybe it seems worse than it is.
I don't think it's pleasant. I think wrestlers have this thing of just like, look, this job's not about being comfortable. It's about
Yeah.
fucking taking these hits and stuff like that. I think I would take a thumbtack hit
Oh,
because one, I'm getting too old, so it's got to happen sooner. It's got to happen. I mean, I don't want to do it. We're gonna be 50 soon. Like, I don't want to.
well, not soon.
4 years flies pretty fast. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm like,
I'm not there yet.
if we're gonna take a thumbtack bump, it's like the time to do it is now.
Wait, what does that sentence even mean? If we're gonna take one, I don't want to take one ever.
Yeah, but our show is based on doing things you don't want to do.
Yeah, but that's more jackassy.
No.
Just being thrown onto thumbtacks. It's like,
But it's part of Jackass would just do it for its own sake. Like on our show, it would be part of a tapestry of misery. One part of it, like the punishment that I proposed the other day it did get shot down was we were on a bull ride. We were doing bull riding, and there was shit that you have to fall into, and it was really just for thumbtacks that I'd come up with it. But then it was like nothing matched thumbtacks really to fall into, so it kind of died a little bit.
What if you fall wrong and one goes like where it's not supposed to go? I mean, they do it very measured. They go
Yeah.
back down into him, right?
I don't know. They're body slamming each other onto it. It doesn't look like easy. What's that one? Wait, is that someone pouring thumbtacks on people? Even that would hurt.
That's such a perfect stream of thumbtacks. It's wild.
50,000 thumbtacks?
When did they first start doing this? Is such a specific.
Oh, this has
thing.
been a
That's
long
old
Aren't
time.
thumbtacks for like The Office?
Yeah, I don't know how they find them in the middle of the ring, but
But that's the blood I could
goes to
take.
Office Depot right before the match, and then all of a sudden the wrestler has thumbtacks on him.
Yeah.
Speaking of the lighting of the hair and that crazy fads like that, what were kids doing with the Tide Pods recently? Like, was it because you get high? Like, what was the challenge? Just eat it and don't die? What moron? Like, what was even the point of it, and what moron stupid enough to do it?
Chewing and gagging on pods and daring others to do the same.
They were just trying to get views on YouTube by doing it, and then the president addressed it, so everyone started doing
Oh,
it.
so it wasn't really a thing?
I thought
it was like a problem.
It was a thing for like the kids who, the kids from the neighborhood who were so desperate for attention. You know?
But they were like,
They were gonna get in trouble no matter what.
but what
They were gonna
was the
find
point?
it.
Was just because they were gagging? Or
The
was it
point
like they were getting high on
I
something?
think they got clicks on YouTube by doing it.
So that's it.
Yeah, it was like the water bucket challenge, except no charity.
Nothing about the Tide Pod.
No, there's
And-
nothing there.
Oh, okay.
And then Tide had to address it, so everyone thought it was funny.
Tide had to address it. Would they say?
Don't eat detergent.
Isn't it fucking funny that they have to
Would they
say
tweet that?
Yeah, they made a statement. I forget what it was.
I wonder if they lost business because of that.
If it was promotion.
How many people do you think, like, in an average day that you meet in general, and then how many of those people, not pandemic, pre-pandemic, are idiots? Like, how many idiots do you run into in a day, or people you're like, this is a fucking moron?
So many.
So many.
Yeah. Think
More?
about it. We the odds are that we passed. Didn't we just look this up? We passed
Yeah.
a serial killer,
Sociopath.
a sociopath. They said 1 in
We
100
work
people.
with a sociopath.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
They said 1 in 100 people are a sociopath. 1 in 100.
I mean, is there any hope for fucking society and humanity as a whole, if you think about that statistic writ
I don't know.
large?
But then what didn't I say something and it was like I was a sociopath? Oh, because you know what happened to me? We talked about this on 2 pods ago, or when Joe DeRosa covered.
You're not a sociopath.
No, but we so just so happens, I swear, tell me if you agree or not agree. I think it's a message from powers that be. I got delivered another erroneous package of women's pants. How? What are they?
on.
This started when we did the What Say You. This is more like What Hey You.
Come on.
This is What Hey You right now. What
Hey,
Hey You.
you.
We started, and this happened to me during that, and I told him for the first time on that podcast. Speaking of pods, on that podcast, and he knows the story because I told him. Anyway, like a week ago, I went to my other spot, and there was a bag there that had been there for 2 months because you saw the date of January on it, and it was rained on, and the sun, so the label was gone. And I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And then I'm like, "Well, there's no name on it."
It's yours.
So there was a piece of the address, so I know like kind of where it's supposed to go, but not exactly. So I was like, let me open it up. I didn't know it was pants yet, obviously. Let me open it up, see if this slips in there with a name, so I can
Good,
get it back to
you're
the
trying.
I open it up. It's red leather women's, like maroon leather.
Real leather?
It's not real leather, right? It was like a.
I don't know. I'm not
I have them
sure.
downstairs. I'll show you. It
They're
looks
very-
kind of like real leather,
Very fashionable.
and they were
Emily and pants.
and they were pants, and I was like, oh my god.
Why does this keep
It's
happening?
the second time in my life I got sent women's pants by accident. And so I was telling DeRosa the story, and I told him, this is the continuation of the bit.
Yeah.
Let's see
you're
what
right.
happens here. He went nuts. He said that I'm insane and I'm going to get arrested or in trouble for doing it. Because he said I wasn't supposed to open those pants. And then, he's like, you're going to send someone a ransom. And then we looked up, if you send someone a ransom note in any way, it could be like 5 years in prison. So he's like, you open the thing that wasn't yours. You're going to send a ransom note. If they take it the wrong way, because the first girl immediately talked about the FBI, but he was dead serious. He's like, he wasn't making even a joke. He was like, I don't do this. This is ridiculous. You're stupid. You're going to get in trouble. All this stuff. And I was like, really?
He ratted you out on air too.
I know.
You don't think he's taking it a little far?
He thinks I'm taking it far. I'm like, Joe, look.
But what are you going to do?
I'm going to
you
write a
can't
ransom
contact
note.
the person.
I'm going to write. I know. So I said this. I go, I don't know who it belongs to. And I said, I'm really just trying to find out who in a fun way.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm coding it.
Okay.
And he said, no, you're going to put a ransom note in a stranger's mailbox. They're going to read it. And if they call the cops, you opened their mail. You wrote them a ransom note. Because the last one I scanned. And because I only had the girl's email address. So I cut the note and then scanned that note and sent a scan. So, like, I guess it wasn't like I went into their mailbox and left a ransom note, you know? But he is positive that it's not going to go down a good path for me if I do
What
it.
is it? I mean, he thinks law enforcement has the resources.
This is
and
what I'm
desire
saying.
to spend it on that.
This is what I'm saying. I was like, let's say she calls the police, and the police come, and I go, yeah, I'm sorry. I was like, it had nothing, nothing on it. I opened it. I didn't know who. I just figured I'd have a little fun with it. I had no. This was
never
all.
even get to this point.
It wouldn't.
No.
He's certain it would.
Dude,
I'm so afraid.
have you ever had a bike stolen or something like that and go to the police and try and report it?
Yeah.
They're like essentially like,
I understand.
They're
That's
like,
happened.
yeah,
They're
come
like,
on,
yeah,
man.
take care, brush your hair, right? But this apparently it's because of I opened the mail. He's saying, but I'm telling you, the mail has no name on it, and I would never know where it was supposed
could
to
have
go.
been for you.
And so, well, that's what I said to him too.
Yeah.
That's what I go. Well, I'm just lucky that I looked at it because I was like, well, what is this? So I was looking for a label from the company, and I was like, and I saw that. But I said, what if I just opened it by accident? That wouldn't matter. And he goes, yeah, but you just said it on the podcast now. So now
He's a fucking madman. It makes no sense what he's saying.
Yeah. So you would say to cut another ransom note, drop it in this person's mailbox.
But you know whose mailbox it would be?
No, I don't know the person, and I don't know their name, and I don't know who it belongs
But
to.
you have a mailbox
I have.
that you
I
could
have.
drop it
I
in.
have an address, ish.
Okay, do it. What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I think you do it, but sign it, Joe DeRosa.
Yeah, that motherfucker's on a list somewhere. You know that.
Yeah.
I think he's panicked. That sounds like
Well, I guess
the cyber logic that comes
I'll-
from staring at a pit for a best friend all
Well, I
day.
guess I like the ransom note last time was for an unmarked duffel full of Honey Skippy peanut butter, so it was like a joke. So I gotta ask for something that they're not gonna be like, this is an atrocity. I'm scared. This is.
You got to go for it. What does he know?
Maybe we should source from our listeners what I should demand in the make everybody accomplices.
That'd be great.
Source what I should ask for in the ransom note.
They can't arrest you all.
They cannot arrest us all.
No, but if they were going to arrest
Good luck
any-
trying.
yeah, you'll never take us alive. That's insane.
I'm saying we're gonna do it and let it play out on the pod.
Yeah, what?
Or I'm really doing it to add on to the bit on stage. And he's like, just walk down the street and write stuff about life for a bit. He's like, don't commit a crime and search for a bit this way. And I'm like, but why?
First of all, I love his approach to comedy. Just walk down the street and write.
He's
shit
like,
down.
do what everyone else does. He goes, walk down the street and write about it.
What?
Didn't he say that?
Yeah, he did. Well, he said the freezer aisle.
Yeah, he goes, walk down the freezer aisle and then you observe it and write about it.
Is that really all it takes to be a stand-up comic? Is to just walk down the frozen aisle and talk about
Apparently.
things?
The Joe DeRosa School of Comedy.
Well, it's certainly how you get into owning a sandwich shop, I guess.
We have this new thing now because there was a joke. We did a Taste Buds like months ago, and Big J was a guest and Casey.
Yeah.
And it was his opening night, and we were there, and we started talking about the place, and apparently it's across the street from a school, and we started mocking him like, oh, you really did your research, you opened up a bar across the street from a school over there and another school over there. And then we started joking like, oh, you trying to get kids in here, like, you know, with the sandwiches. You trying to get kids in here with the sandwiches? And he got so upset on the pod, and he's like, guys, do not put that out there. I don't want that to be the thing. I don't want it to be a joke. Well, like, calm down. He was really flustered because they had it, opening night was happening, and he still needed to do a lot of things, and it was running late, and he was like that first night of my new business jitters,
Yeah.
but he exploded, and he got so upset, and the more he got upset, the more we were leaning into it.
Yeah, he
And
did
then he's
the
like,
wrong thing.
"Pimp, stop the cameras." And he's like, stop it, I don't want this. And you had to cut out a bunch of it. But we left a little bit of the
I had to
lighthearted.
leave some in there. It was too funny.
So we left a little bit of like, just a couple of quips of like, yeah, children are always welcome down here. Just come to the back to get your sandwich. So now in the like 10 podcasts since then, it just, I don't know how it comes up. We don't do it on purpose, but something comes up and we always go, children are always welcome down at Joey Rose's. And we just die laughing all the time.
Yeah, and I made like a lower third with like little kid cartoons.
Yeah. So now it's like, anytime we get a chance, if kids come up, we're like, speaking of kids, come on down to Joey Rose's.
Oh, that's fucking hysterical.
But I don't know where I was going. I don't know why I brought that up. I think
Well,
it
you're
had
going to prison. because DeRosa ratted you
pants.
out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got that on his back.
Seems like he's concerned about things that wouldn't concern me in a normal course of life.
All right.
I wouldn't worry
Where
about
we
that
at?
too much.
We're at like 50.
Oh wow, that
Yeah,
went
yeah.
freaking fast.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Anything you want to tell him? Oh, I was gonna bring up this dude.
Oh, you're gonna spill the beans?
I'm not. It's actually because I can't. I have to actually do. Oh no, I have a call in 1 minute.
Oh, all right. All right. Well, then, no, nothing to plug, man. Let's.
Nothing to plug. You know the dates. Check out the merch. I'm at the Beacon on May 14th in New York City, May 22nd, Los Angeles. SalVulcanoComedy.com. Thank you, Brian.
My pleasure.
For covering.
Love being here.
We'll see Chris again soon. This has been Hey Babe.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't hesitate to say, hey, babe.